So today we're going to talk about systemizing and actually making processes which help you in the long run. Okay? I've seen this very common thing that everybody thinks that if they do it by themselves, it's going to be better. Okay? They cannot give any work to anybody else and they need to be in control of everything. In the beginning, that's actually a pretty good mindset. You need to learn first how to do it and then you can actually start outsourcing. All right? But there comes a point where you actually know how to do it, but just do it over and over and over again. And it's a super tedious, annoying process every single time. But there is a solution and you just don't take it because you think that it's going to be way too much work to train a person and basically to make him do things properly. When you do customer support and you answer emails, you're going to think, all right, I know what to answer. I'm going to be the person who knows like everything. For me to teach it to somebody else is going to be so annoying and I would rather just do it by myself. That's a very short-term solution and you need to understand that. You need to understand that in the short term, you're going to lose a lot of time if you train a person. Okay? That's going to be a really big loss of time and you need to actually dedicate a big chunk of your day to training a new person. However, in the long run, that's going to be the best thing you've ever done. And the best thing to do here is while you train the first person, either record it or make notes. So if that one person is not good or they leave or whatever, something happens or you just need an extra one, then you're going to be able to train the second person way quicker. Okay? And after you train like 3, 4, 5 people, you're going to notice that there's a pattern of you being better at explaining things, better at thinking in systems and not just relying on feelings, okay? Because if you need to systemize customer support, it's not just, okay, I feel like this guy's pissed, so I'm basically going to say this, and if I feel like he's not pissed, I'm going to say that, and you basically just answer whatever comes to mind. If you really try to put every answer in a category, you're going to notice that everything gets so much easier. For example, you're going to have multiple types of responses you could get. A pissed off person, or a person who's like really, really personal and he wants to connect with you. Or like all those types of people, you're going to have different categories and different answers for every single one. Okay? And as long as you want to keep that up, you need to understand what's different about what you're doing. Okay? You cannot just do everything by a feeling. You cannot say, okay, my ads are good and you know that you can make really good ads, but you make them just because you see like this, you basically have this eye for really good ads and you make them and they look great, but you have no idea why, okay? You need to really break down, all right, what makes this ad good? What is it that I think makes this ad good and why is this ad, for example, bad? And you're going to think, what do they have, like what's the commonalities, what's the differences? And you're going to see, all right, this one, for example, doesn't have any personal references and this one is more personal, so there's a person involved. All right, that's one. The second thing is there's a person talking here, here there's nobody talking. All right, that's 2. Number 3 is the font is different and it looks much cleaner or much more natural to Instagram here than there. All right, and then you're going to keep doing that until you really find out what's good and what's bad, okay? And this font, it needs to be written down. So you need to write, this font is good, and this is how it needs to be done, and that's how you're gonna train the person. And all those things while analyzing, you need to write down bullet points and understand why a thing is good or why a thing is bad. And then what's really important is to actually track the person who's going to do the thing for you really well. Okay, it's crucial to know what they're doing good and what they're doing bad and having KPIs for what's good. For example, for emails, you're going to need to have, all right, you need to answer X amount of emails in X amount of hours, and you need to do that for sure. And every few weeks, you're actually going to raise that bar. All right, if you say they need to answer 100 emails per day, just as an example, in a few weeks, you're going to say, all right, it's going to be 110. In a few weeks, you're going to say, all right, it's actually 120 or whatever. And those 10% raises you do until things break, until the person actually is physically not capable of doing that, okay? And if you will have multiple people, you're going to need to take the best one as the KPI. The best one is the person who's like taking the normal metric. And then the top performer needs to become the average in between everybody else in terms of the KPIs, okay? And that's really important. And then if you keep trying to push that, you're actually going to hit people which are actually really good at the things they're doing, okay? And this is only possible with, number 1, tracking them, and number 2, making sure that they actually understand what is required, Okay, so you need to communicate very, very clearly what they do good, what they do bad, why it's good, why it's bad, and you need to be very clear about every step along. Okay, because sometimes you're just gonna feel like, all right, they did something wrong on the ad, let me just fix it, and that's good. However, it's way better if you tell them, no, fix this, this was wrong. Because in the short run, you're gonna win in the first case. Like, it's gonna be quicker to actually do it by yourself. But in the long run, you're gonna benefit from it way more if you really tell to the person that they need to change the thing instead of you changing. All right, that's that. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And if you also want to start working with me one-on-one, click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session. We're gonna find out if everything is a good fit. If yes, we're gonna start working together and work together in the long run, where I'm basically gonna mentor you throughout the whole process of either you getting started or you already scaling your e-com stores. All right, so click the link below and see you there.